Hello, art friends. Hello, tarot friends. I'm looking if the black cat is here. I don't know. How are you today? Today is Monday. Oh, Monday blues. But here in Wiesbaden we have a really nice weather in those days. And I think it will be still 1 week or more about 27 degrees. That's really great, huh? Isn't that? I'm happy. I made a really long bike tour. I had to organize something and then I did it all with my bicycle for that. I'm a little bit tired. So I make a short session. I make a short session. I think that let me see. I want to show you what we want to finish today. That looks already good, huh? But I will finish it and then I will read a card. Today it was Katie, who asked me to put a card, to read a card for her for a very special private question, and I think I will read it for her. I love my tarot cards here. I think I should paint something with the tarot next time. For example, the world or the lovers. That could be an idea to paint something like the lovers. This one is a very, very old tarot deck, and I love it that it doesn't have too much images. So it's very neutral. You see, for example, here only the big arcana, the great arcana is that with the pictures here with the descriptions, but those are only, let me see, 21. But all the cards are more neutral. I like that more. You see that? Swords, Carliche, Cups. So, if you now see my streaming and you would like, I think now live, I got it only on Twitch, but if somebody's at Twitch and sees that I'm laying the card, you can ask me a question. Let me see. I put the, where it is, the chat app here. That's the chat application. Now it's active now, the chat activation, because then I can see your questions. If not, so ask me a question if you want, but in any way. Question like that. Ask me a question. If somebody wants to have the cards for one question to a situation, to your private life, nobody will understand. Only you will understand it when I tell you. Anyway, you have time to think about it. In any way, for Katie asked me already, and I will write her the cards today. So tell her it's nothing terrible, surely, and even the card of dead doesn't mean that somebody died. Don't worry. Okay, so I begin now with this image. I have to finish. Let me see. Here we are. Do you see it? It was a picture my daughter sent me 2 weeks ago after a trip with a caravan. Hey, and it's Spain. It's the light of Spain. Isn't that great? Look at that. I make it a little bit bigger that I see the colors. Mm, do you see that I already arranged this watercolor? And I think we can make it a little bit more concrete and a little bit more colorful. This is the first layer. Now we continue with the second layer. Let me see. Okay, I have to see it. I have to watch it. In any way, this is a little bit too light still. And I think I cool it down a little bit and I will make it a little bit darker, that it's not so dominating, that it's not so important. So let me see. Perhaps a bluish tone? I would like to have a bluish tone. Let me see. An indigo. In the end, it is an indigo. Or here, more indigo. You see, my colors has to be a little bit more humid. It's a little bit too dry. Let me see. I spray a little bit of water in it. You know, it doesn't harm those colors. When it's drying, it's coming back like that. The color, you can always put water into the colors, and then you leave it dry, and you can always use them. So let me see. They are returning like they were before. Oh yeah, that is great. You know what? Let me see. It's lighter here, so I leave it a little bit lighter. Why not? Like that. It's a little bit like a shadow and light situation. Okay, let me see. Is it here darker? Here it is much darker. So okay, darker here. This we had already. What is here? Yeah, it's also darker here. Okay, and now in the back, I think on the street here on this highway, we make it also. We give it a quite nice situation. It's too light, but I see that's very irregular. You see like that? Let me make a little bit darker, that it's not so bright. And it's getting less important. Then that is also light. It's you know, here is a little dark frame on this mirror. Perhaps with all technical things are more neutral, so I take a gray. Let me see, like that, a little bit darker. Okay. And here, this mirror is also a little bit darker here and wider. Here's a little bit more. Like that. Could not do it the last time. It was all humid. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I think here we got this very nice orange tone. Let me take already a paper that I Okay, there are 64 people looking at me. They're very nice. You know, friends, when you like art, you can have art, but you can have also a very nice card. If you write me, I see it, I have here my Restream text. If you have a question, write it to me. I see your name. It doesn't have to be a clear name, but I think it's a great thing when you would like to have something, a question for my cards. I love it. You see, I leave it here that you remember. That was very good, for example, for me. And that thing that I have the lovers already today as a first card. Do you see that? My lovers. Aren't those beautiful cards? I love them. They are from the Renaissance cards, and I think I make a next time I will paint my own card. The lovers. We will paint the lovers next time. Okay, I leave it here that you see it. Oh no, I leave the lovers here. Yeah, why not? Here on that side. I don't have. And then you can ask me a card. If you want, ask me a card. Casey, I will do your card in some minutes. Your question. It's a private question, I know. I will tell you what's about your private life. What's happening in your private life. Just a second. Look at that. Here is a little bit more orange. You know, here I can... Yeah, I love it. It's much nicer with that orange tone. Also here. Let me see, where is it? Here. Okay, and also here a little bit, and here. Ah. So if somebody wants to have a card, ask me. Okay, so that is now... Well, a little bit, why not? This atmosphere of this evening light is a little bit everywhere. I like it. It's a very nice contrast to that technical things here. Doobie doop doop doo. Okay. You know, and meanwhile, when it's drying, that, Casey, I answer your question. Look, nice, huh? I like those colors. Okay, we leave it drying here next to it. And I will art and tarot. Why not? I think it's a great thing, art and tarot. Oh, that's also always a sign when a card that falls down on the table. That's already a sign. And this is the card of the solution and of the relief. So Casey, don't worry, you see already that you have the relief at the end. You know, 2 days ago I also laid some cards for me myself, and it's always right. It's always right. For that I had to come back to my tarot cards because it was crazy. It was wonderful, and it was, you know, we had here quite a big health problem in the family. I tell you something a little bit private, but I saw in my cards when I read them, mm, that it was really complicated, and that I had at least 2 or 3 complications, and in the end, it was healing. The card of healing. That's the devil on the other side, on the head. That is the card for healing. And you know, it was like that. Last week it was incredible. We had a lot of problems. We had always more complications. I could not believe it anymore. And then, boop, it was the healing. I, I could not believe it, and I was thinking, my cards are always right. So, it's only that I want to tell. Okay, so Kathy. Kathy, so in the beginning of all, you see already that is the relief. So don't worry, it will have a very good solution in the end for you. And let me see how is the way. Okay, while I'm streaming, you can ask me if you want a question. I think I will see it here in my messages when it's from Twitch. Send me, or also from Facebook, I think I gave. So send me a question and I will answer it. Okay, I understand. Yeah. You know, I know it's an emotional question you asked me. Uh, you don't have to tell me your question. I know that it's an emotional question, and it has to be something. It's a nostalgic idea you got in your head, and you did not know. So it's a problem that came already from the past, and it reaches you, and now it's quite important for you. But it's already a long time. It's from the past, and there is somebody now in the present who says, change something, change it now. And I think my card here says also that you can change it now. Grab it and get in action. It's very important that you get in action, and you're doing now. It's the time for changing. For that's the 3 of how do you call it in English? You know, I think in the next days I will know it better, because I had not made my translation. I know it in Spanish and I know it in German. But in English, those are the coins. Now I got it. Those are the coins. The 3 coins mean, let me see, is it normal or is it on the head? Ah, no, it's the right way. That means that you have to make a proof. You have to make kind of masterpiece. You have to learn something and then you reach it. You have to learn something, because you have to get a level higher, and then you can master it. You know, you can do it. I see that you get, it will be a proof for you and also for this other person, but you will do it. You see that you can do it, and now is the time for it. Don't wait. Make this proof, learn something and do it. Get in action and you will have the relief. So I think this emotional thing, that's now the best time to change it, to grab it and to work for it. Go for it. The cards say go for it. Right? I think it's the best thing. Okay. Oh, I love those tarot things. I love those tarot things. So when somebody has a question, a short one, I don't know if my messenger here works, but if somebody has only also a little question, you can do it. And meanwhile, I make my art and tarot. That's a wonderful combination. I love it. So, let me see. Isn't that a wonderful orange? You know, I will make that a little bit darker. That this here, this is the important thing. So the atmosphere of the orange, and this mirror, you see in the end, it's a very strange story, but the mirror is the most important thing. So when I got down a little bit with those colors, this mirror can pop up really, and it's then the focus. Let me get that a little bit darker. In the end, those white, I have to save it. Let me see. These white stripes are beautiful, so I will save them. You see, I put a little bit of water in my colors. Here we are. I put them a little bit here that you see them. But you know, I think I take a little bit of this, here, of the indigo. The indigo is a little bit a bluish color. I like that it's smearing a little bit here. And here also a little bit of indigo. It's the blue. That is the blue. Oh, you see now how it's popping. That is wonderful now. And also here, this contrast from this slightly orange brown to that dark indigo. Love that. It's a really good illustration. Where's the inside? So that is also inside. So here I will make it a little bit brownish or something, another color than the street. Let me see, perhaps a little bit of brown. Yeah, I think I add a little bit of brown here that the viewer can recognize that this is all inside. A commune chained. Let me see. You know, it's like accumulate those parts here to one color to make a bunch of it brown. Guys, if somebody has a question, I don't know if my messenger works, but when you have a question, ask me. Oh yeah, that is nice. Oh no, I don't. This has to be bluish. This is brown. I don't want to mix it now. Claudia, stay there. Just a second. My husband says something that somebody has a question there. Okay. I heard that somebody asked a question at the telephone to my husband, and is it a private? Is it a private question? Now I can see it. Anyway, I wait for the question. Okay, I like that. That brown thing is good. And you know, now I understand that this part here is also ambient, so it's inside. So I will put a little bit of brown to show that this is the interior of the car. And this it is. Ha! I like it. And this, is it brown? Yeah, it could be also a little bit brown. I like those colors where one color is getting into the other. Do you see that? That's wonderful. I like that. Not now I'm getting a little bit freestyle. Ooh. Perhaps that is more an illustration. Now it's a little bit strong in illustration, so it's all a little bit abstract sometimes, and at least in my illustrations. Yeah. Ah no, this is the sky. The sky is in the end a horizontal line. I like it. Perhaps we'll make a little bit of green in the trees, but it should be a darker green. Oh, oh, there is a message. Oh, do you mean the lovers? Let me see. Okay, I think just a second I make a tree and then I answer your the lovers. The card of the lovers. Tarot and art. I love it. And it's a good combination. Why not? It's so relaxing. It's so relaxing and always something new. Here is something green we put here. I like that. That's wonderful. Okay, I will tell you something about the lovers. Because I will paint next time also the lovers. The lovers means also the card of decision from heart. Yeah, that's right. I think so. Just a second. I will find it but I will find you the lover card. And I think I will paint them next time because it's the card of decision of your heart. And it's also the card that says you have to decide to go one way by your heart, that your heart is telling you. You know, we have a lot of also ideas and they are separate from the heart. Often they are from the head only, right? Normally the decisions of the head in the tarot cards are the swords, right? But here in this way, it's, you see the lovers. It's the Irish. It's an Irish woman. She got an Irish glove. They are green and they had also green leaves. Oh, there is this beautiful song of green sleeves. You see, green sleeves. And you see, this is a big step and a great decision from your heart. And you know, but in the end, it's not only the love, it's not only your private life, but it's also when you decide with your heart also in business or in decision. In the end, our decisions are always from our feeling and from our heart. We can say, okay, I thought a lot about it. In the end, when your heart says no, you will not do it. You see, you can talk with your heart and you find arguments here and there, but in the end, your heart has to be convinced, right? So in the end, it's always the heart who makes decision. And here, to your heart, friend of Mark, hear your heart, and that's the best decision, right? So I think next time we will paint something like a decision from heart. Right. Okay. I don't know if somebody, I cannot see all the messages. I see only a message here. Okay, one question I can answer still. I see Yvonne. It's a friend of mine and she asked me something now. Okay, Yvonne. I will do your question, answer it. But then I have to look at the colors another time. So we're making tarot cards and we're looking colors. Okay. Yvonne, Okay, Yvonne, I know you are asking something about money, about values. And here, you see, I don't, you think it's not only, what are you saying, friends? Next question. So do you think heart is more important than the brain? Sure. You see, you can't say you have an argument and it's your, people like to say that they are really were thinking hard about a solution, and they are very uh, confident, and they are very concentrated, and they work it to that side and they shift it to the other side, and they are thinking a lot. But in the end, you're doing what your heart is saying. You know, you can find arguments. That is good. It's good to find them, to put them on a table. That is what you're doing on the tarot at the end. It's a meta level. You're looking on your things. Things are not changing, but you can see them and they are demonstrating on the table. And so you have a nice distance to look on them. You see the arguments, but in the end, you decide always with your heart. You will never really decide totally against your heart, because then you will not be happy. You know that already before, right? Even if you say, oh, my head, that's not right. It will never be like that. It's only sometimes pretended. You're pretending it. But in the end, it's not your heart. You're pretending. And for that you say, oh no, it's very conscious. I already thought about it, very conscious. No, you tell it, but it's not like that. Okay, so Yvonne, it's a very good card. So at least it's the card of the growing. You can count on it that it's growing, the thing. But the thing is, it takes time, because I see here normally this card, when it's on the right side, yeah, and not on the head, it means you will have messages. There will coming new things. There is happening a lot of you waiting for the news. The news are happening. But when it's on the head, in this way, it will not happen something. You can wait for news, but they're not coming. There will not coming news for it. And I would say make it slowly. Concentrate of the things you have. Go on slowly. Believe in the growing of the things. And in the end, you're waiting for somebody who helps you in those things you thought, but it was only a pretension. She will not help you, this person. I think it's a woman. And don't wait for her that she could help you, because in the end, let me see how you get the solution. We lay now, we put a card on it and we look for it. Okay. You see that in the end, it's something for, also here you have something from the past. There is something, think about it, that you have it already in your hands. There is something, you can look at it and you can get back to it, There is something you got already, but you should grow it. Get back to your basic. And I don't know that what you learned, perhaps, where you have your education. Because we are talking here about money things, I see it. And go back to the things you got. Go back to your things, to the things you learned. Go back to the base. Because this is solid and there you can get it. So I would say, Yvonne, don't wait for that person here, and believe, and don't wait for news, because they will not come. But go back on your base and on that you learned, and then you're on the right side. And be a little bit patient in that, right? Because you have to find it out what it is. Great. Okay, guys, this was now Thursday. Okay, I will tell you something. I will check the colors here. That's wonderful. I like those colors. It's only that I have to put here a little bit a hard line, then it's finished, I think. Look at that. I love that hard line here. Okay. Do you see that illustration? I like it. It's a wonderful. I make it a little bit smaller that you can see it really better. I like it. Let me see. I show it to you here in that scene. Oh, this lamp is terrible light. I think that's a good thing. I like that. Good that we finished it. That's wonderful. I'm happy that we finished it. And I will say, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. I will have a nice glass of wine with water now. I love the Schorle. We do it here often, yeah? The white wine with water. That's very good. I will enjoy it now this evening. And tomorrow I will go outside to paint. Oh, let me show you that, what I painted at the weekend. This is oil, right? Oil painting. Do you see that? It's in a kind of valley. It was a little field and lawn. It was an old field in the front. You see it? It's earned already. It's more reddish tones of the earth with very tiny, very smooth colors. There was a field still with green. I like that, huh? And this is what I did yesterday. I have to make the apple tree a little bit better. But it's also nice, huh? It was next to the Rhine. I think tomorrow I will have another trip there, because I have to enjoy those days, and I have to use them because then I can put it here on my website, all my on my website. Oh, yeah, I saw now that I put one color was not right. Just a second, I can make it. Now I got it. This is the inside, right? The inside of the car, and here is street, and I put a little bit of brown color here. That was not right, because then you cannot read it anymore. See, here's the inner part of the car, and this is the mirror of the car looking outside. I love that. Okay, guys, hope to see you soon, and write me a question then when I'm streaming. I can answer you with the cards. Okay, have a wonderful evening, and we see us Thursday.